Welcome back to Newport, Rhode Island in Reynolds Field. Seahawks just allowed 3 runs to score in the top of the first inning to the Golden Bears. And now come to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Western New England leads 3-0. And leading off for the Seahawks is Ryan Kelly, the center fielder. He's batting .304 on the season. Seahawks come into game 1 of the doubleheader with Western New England with a 3-game win streak. After dropping the final game in Florida, the Seahawks defeated Curry College 21-2 and 5-3 before a 3-2 win over St. Joseph's last Sunday. Kelly in an 0-2 hole very quickly. He's facing the best pitcher on the Western New England staff, Las Benusu, in play to third base. Play is made for a 5-3. More into Buckley on the play. Salve gets a left-handed bat. Number 2 in the order is the third baseman, Joe Haley. He's batting .297 on the season. First pitch swinging to the left side. Rounds it to second baseman Casey. Flips over to Buckley for a quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up the catcher, Dominic Desano, batting .333. Golden Bears had 3 hits in the first inning, scored 3 runs. Last 2 runs were unearned. A 2-out error allowed 2 runs to score. Desano has a 1-2 count. Starting pitcher Mike Las Benusu is in his 5th year with the Golden Bears. He's from West Islip, New York. Foul to the left side by Desano. Still a 1-2 count. Swings and misses. And Las Benusu gets the Seahawks 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning. After 1 complete inning. Welcome back to the top of the second inning. Leading off for the Golden Bears against Vincent Roth is the designated hitter, Connor Hayes. He greets the first pitch from Roth with a single to right center. Brings up the left fielder, Taylor Searles from Seymour, Connecticut. He is a senior, so he has been a part of 3 Commonwealth Coast Conference championships with the Golden Bears. In the dirt, 2 balls to Taylor Searles. Connor Hayes led off the top of the second with a single. He's at first base. Ben Roth looks him back to the bag, throws over to Anthony Conti. Ball is up high. 3-0 count. In there for a strike. 3-1. Searles is followed by the second baseman, Chris Casey, who's the 9th batter in the lineup for the Golden Bears. And Searles gets ball 4, so like the first inning, the first 2 batters for the Golden Bears reach base. Second baseman Chris Casey now batting. Casey is from a sophomore from Milford, Massachusetts. Bunting on the play. Haley gets it at third, and it's a sacrifice with Hunter Sleeper covering at the first base bag. By 4 on the putout, and the sacrifice for Casey brings up the top of the order. Center fielder Scott Hubner. He singled in the first and scored in the first. Swings at the first Ross pitch and misses it. Ben Roth has 1 out here with runners at second and third, and the top of the order for the Golden Bears batting. Popped up in the infield, just onto the outfield grass is Hunter Sleeper. Puts it away for out number 2 in the top of the second inning. Searles and Hayes stay at second and third respectively. Shortstop Kevin Marciano bats. He's from Pepperell, Mass. A sophomore. He singled to left field his last at-bat in the first inning. Breaking ball in there for a strike from Ben Roth. Roth has now thrown 40 pitches in the first 1 2/3 innings. Looking to strand 2 runners at second and third. Ball high. 1-1 count. Correction, 2-1 count. Pitch from Roth. Rounded to shortstop Dan Donahue. Over to first base Anthony Conti. And Roth escapes any damage. For the Golden Bears in the second inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Seahawks will come to Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Bottom of the second inning. Western New England leads the Seahawks 3-0. Scored all 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Salve went 1-2-3 against Las Venuso. And Tyler Colby leads off the bottom of the second inning. First pitch in there for a strike. Colby's batting .349 on the season. He sees ball 1. From Easton, Connecticut, senior outfielder, Tyler Colby. Pitch from Las Venuso in there for a strike. 1-2 count. Foul to the left side. Reaches the Seahawk bullpen area. Tyler Colby leads the Seahawks in hits. He has 15 in 43 at-bats. 1 extra base hit, a double. Swings and misses. And he is the second straight strikeout victim for Las Venuso. He struck out DeSano to end the first inning and strikes out Colby to lead off the bottom of the second. Brings up the shortstop, Dan Donahue, batting .280 on the season. From Westbury, New York, left-handed batter. First pitch is in play. Rounded to Casey at second, over to Buckley at first. Second batter of the second inning is out. And the designated hitter is Tim Harris. Tim Harris is a junior from Southbury, Connecticut. He's first pitch swinging. Grounds it to shortstop Marciano, over to Buckley. Another quick 1-2-3 inning for the Golden Bears. They come to bat in the top of the Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Overcast, calling for rain later on today. We're in game one of a doubleheader. Salve Regina University hosting Western New England University. Golden Bears scored 3 runs in the top of the first inning and have a 3-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. Right fielder Ambrosino leading off for the Golden Bears. He has a 1-1 count on him. Steve Ambrosino is the first base, he's the right fielder today. A senior from Laurel Hollow, New York. Bounces it over Ross' head. Hunter Sleeper charges it. And Ambrosino beats it out to first base. So a single to second base for Ambrosino. He flew out to left field in the first inning. Brings up Steve Buckley. He is the first baseman today. He's a junior from Monroe, Connecticut. Sees the first pitch go by for a ball. He struck out looking in the top of the first inning. Ball in the dirt. That allows Ambrosino to get to second base. In the air to straightaway center field. Ryan Kelly underneath it. No tag. And he gets it back into Dan Donahue for the first out of the top of the third inning. Brings up the catcher, Matt Anziano. He had an RBI single in the first inning. Junior from Belchertown, Massachusetts. First pitch into Anziano is a called strike. Ambrosino on second. He reached on an infield single. Fly out for Morin. Fly out for Buckley. Morin's on deck. He follows Anziano. One and two count after a called strike two. Ambrosino at second. Anziano at the plate. He's facing a 1-2 pitch from Vincent Roth. And he swings at strike three. 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Golden Bears have had base runners on each of the first 3 innings. Scored 3 times in the top of the first, stranded 2 in the second, and Roth hopes to strand 1 here in the third. Daniel Morin, the third baseman for the Golden Bears, is at bat, a freshman from Salem, New Hampshire. First pitch he sees from Ben Roth is a ball. Second pitch is a strike. Ball high. Two and one count. Swing and a miss. Strike two. So Roth gets a 2-2 count on Morin. And now the count goes full. Morin worked a full count in the top of the first inning, reached on an error, 2 runs scored on the play. He has a 3-2 count here, facing Vin Roth in the top of the third, with Ambrosino on second. And he swings through the Roth pitch for a strike 3. For the Golden Bears in the top of the third inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Seahawks will come to bat. Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning here at Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Leading off for the Seahawks, the home team, is their left fielder, Ryan Sweener from South Kingstown, Rhode Island. He's also their leading hitter on the season, batting .389. He sees the first pitch for a ball from Las Menuso. Ball 2. Las Menuso has retired the first 6 Seahawks batters he's faced. Sweener is the 7th batter in the lineup. 7th batter in the lineup, playing position number 7. Sweener is followed by second baseman Hunter Sleeper and Anthony Consi in this inning. Western New England leads game 1, 3-0. Foul and a strike, make it a 2-2 count to Ryan Sweener. Well outside for ball 3. Full count pitch from Las Menuso is low, and Ryan Sweener is the first base runner for the Seahawks. Brings up the second baseman, Hunter Sleeper. Sleeper is a freshman from Arlington, Massachusetts. First pitch swinging. Gets the fielder's choice grounder to shortstop Marciano, who flips to second baseman Casey. Only play they are able to make is on Sweener. Erases Ryan Sweener from the base pass. And number 9 in the batting order, number 8 on the roster, is first baseman Anthony Conti, batting .320 on the season. He's a senior from Georgetown, Massachusetts. Shows bunt on the first pitch, but it's a ball. 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Western New England leads 3-0. All 3 runs came in the top of the first inning. Conti fouls off to the left side onto the property of Chateau-sur-Mur. And our bullpen area is all over there as well. Ball high. So Hunter Sleeper's at first base. Anthony Conti's at the plate. He fouls off another pitch from Las Venuso. To the left side, and it's through for a hit. First base hit off Las Venuso comes from the bat of Anthony Conti. He goes the opposite way to bring the top of the order up for the Seahawks. With 1 out in the bottom of the third, Ryan Kelly. Kelly grounded out to third to lead off the Seahawk first inning. He's now batting .298 on the season. Sophomore outfielder from Waldwick, New Jersey. Sleeper and Conti on the base pass as Kelly fouls off a Las Venuso pitch. Hits the hard pavement of Shepherd Avenue just before a car goes up the street, where it intersects with Bellevue Avenue. The 0-1 pitch to Kelly is lifted to left field. Left fielder Taylor Searles catches it for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs and 2 on for the Seahawks. And their third baseman, Joe Haley. He's now batting .289 on the season. A senior from North Kingstown, Rhode Island. First pitch low and inside, ball 1. Las Venuso has thrown 32 pitches through the first 2 2/3 innings. Misses outside with that one. 2-0 count to Haley. Low pitch gets the strike call from home plate umpire Bruce James. And ball 3. So Haley has a 3-1 count with Sleeper on second and Conti on first. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Western New England leading 3-0. In there for strike 2 and a full count. Sleeper will be off from second base and Conti will be off from first base as Joe Haley sees a 3-2 pitch, sends it to left field. It gets down and by the left fielder. And 2 runs are going to score for Joe Haley with a 2-run single to left field. both Sleeper and Conti were off and running, so Conti was able to make it standing up, scoring from first base. And now it's a 3-2 game. And Haley is at second base. Catcher Dominic DeSano at the plate for the Seahawks. First two pitches to DeSano are balls. To the left side, it's through for a single. Haley's going to be waved home. Cut off by the third baseman, the slide, and he is out. So that play goes left field to third to catcher for the final out of the bottom of the third inning. Searles to Morin and to Anziano. Seahawks score 2 in the inning. And Western New England will come to bat in the top of the fourth inning, leading welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Joe Haley's 2-run double in the bottom of the third inning got the Seahawks on the board. Anthony Conti had the first base hit for the Seahawks. And Haley's double scored Hunter Sleeper and Anthony Conti. And Western New England now bats here in the top of the fourth inning with a 3-2 lead. Leadoff batter in the top of the fourth inning is Connor Hayes, sophomore from Bristol, Connecticut. He singled to lead off the top of the second inning. He's facing Vin Roth for the second time. First pitch was fouled to the left. Second pitch in the dirt for a ball. A 1-1 count to Hayes. In the dirt again for ball 2. Through 3+ innings, Vin Roth has thrown 61 pitches. Foul out of play. Off to the right behind the backstop. 2-2 count now on Connor Hayes. To short left field. Shortstop Dan Donahue underneath it. On the outfield grass, he puts it away. First time that Roth has retired the leadoff batter for the Golden Bears. One out in the top of the fourth inning. Left fielder Taylor Searles bats. Searles drew a walk in the second inning. To the right side, it gets by a diving Hunter Sleeper who was on the outfield grass. Tyler Colby picks it up in right field and sends it back into the infield. Searles is aboard with a one-out single. Number 9 man in the batting order for the Golden Bears is their second baseman, Chris Casey, sophomore from Milford, Massachusetts. He just bunted Ross' first pitch for a foul. Casey also had a second inning sacrifice, moved runners to second and third in the second inning. Next pitch is in there for a called strike. 0-2 count. One out in the top of the fourth inning. Western New England leads Salve Regina 3-2. Golden Bears scored their runs in the first. Seahawks scored their runs in the third. Casey doesn't go. It's ball one. 1-2 count. Roth throws over to first. He already has one pickoff in the game. That came to end the first inning. And it caught Morin. Strike three looking for the second out. Taylor Searles is on first. And top of the order for the Golden Bears, Scott Hubner, sophomore from Mendon, Massachusetts. He's 1 for 2 with a first inning single. Popped to Hunter Sleeper in the second inning. Another check over at Searles at first base. He's in standing. First pitch to Hubner is low for a ball. That was the 70th pitch of the game for Ben Roth. 71st pitch is in there for a called strike. Another check over on Searles. He's back standing. Conti gets the ball back to Roth on the mound. Roth has a 1-1 count on Scott Hubner with 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. Foul to the backstop. And outside for ball 2. 2-2 count now on Scott Hubner. full count after ball 3 is outside. Ben Roth removes his cap, makes an adjustment to the mound with his foot, and is ready to deliver to Scott Hubner with a 3-2 pitch. Inside for ball 4. Searles moves to second. Hubner to first with 2 outs. So Roth has yet to have a 1-2-3 inning. He did get the first batter out of the 4th inning. First time he's retired the leadoff hitter. Now he has runners on first and second with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Shortstop Kevin Marciano bats. Sophomore from Pepperell, Massachusetts. First pitch is low for a ball. Right-handed reliever John McDermott is warming up in the Seahawk bullpen. He has a sidearm style delivery. Second pitch from Roth to Marciano is a ball low. Line shot, stopped by Joe Haley at third base. He throws across the diamond. He gets it over to Anthony Conti for the final out of the 4th inning. 5-3 on the play. Marciano is out. Hubner and Searles are stranded for the Golden Bears in the 4th inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Salve will come back, trailing. Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Bottom of the 4th action for the Seahawks. Leading off is their right fielder, Tyler Colby. Time just past the noon hour. 12:01 here in Newport, Rhode Island. First pitch is a ball to Tyler Colby from starting pitcher Mike Lastanuso. Second pitch is fouled. And actually it's fair. And Colby reaches on the slow grounder on the third base line for an infield base hit. Brings up the Seahawks shortstop, Dan Donahue. He was first pitch swinging in the 2nd inning, grounded out to the second baseman. He comes up here with nobody out. And Tyler Colby aboard with the 4th hit of the game for the Seahawks. First pitch is low to Donahue for a ball. Golden Bears have 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Seahawks have 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. 3-2 lead for Western New England here in the bottom of the 4th. In the air to center field. Back is Hubner for the out. Dan Donahue is retired for the first out of the fourth inning. Colby is still on first base for the designated hitter, Tim Harris. Harris grounded to shortstop in the second inning. This is his second look at Los Manuso. First pitch swinging foul. Second pitch swinging foul to the left side. 0-2 count on Harris. First, third pitch is in the air to left field and landing in for a single. Nice line drive shot for Tim Harris. Salve now has runners at first and second as Harris gets the 0-2 pitch for a line single. Colby's at second, Harris is at first. For the left fielder, Ryan Sweener. Sweener led off the third inning with a walk. He was a race on a fielder's choice, but the Seahawks ended up scoring 2 runs. First pitch swinging is deep. Back is Hubner. He grabs it. Tagging is Colby. He'll make it to third. So Sweener flies out to center field. Colby reaches third base. Harris stays at first. With 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth, Hunter Sleeper is at the plate. Sleeper reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the third inning. He's got runners at the corners with 2 outs. Harris is off and running, and he reaches second safely, and Tyler Colby comes across the plate, scoring the game-tying run. Los Manuso made a play to the bag at second base. Tag was made, but the ball got loose. Scoring on that play is going to go assist for the pitcher, error for the second baseman, allowing Harris to reach. And Colby to score. We have a 3-3 game here now in the bottom of the fourth inning. Hunter Sleeper bats with Tim Harris on second base. Sleeper has a 2-1 count. In the air. It's going to land in front of the left fielder. Harris is moving towards home. He slides in, and he is out on a direct throw from the left fielder, Searles, to Anziano at home plate. That's the second base runner thrown out at home plate for the Seahawks, but they have tied the score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll head to the top of the Welcome back to Newport, Rhode Island and Reynolds Field, where the line score is all even. Seahawks scored a run in the bottom of the fourth, and they have 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, as do the Golden Bears of Western New England University. 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Steve Ambrosino leads off in the top of the 5th inning, facing Vin Roth. First 2 pitches are ball. Ambrosino flew out to left field and singled in his 2 trips to the plate. Vin Roth has a 2-1 count on him. All 3 runs for the Golden Bears came in the first inning. Seahawks scored 2 in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th. For the 3-3 score we now have here in the top of the 5th inning. Two count after the foul ball. In play, Dan Donahue at shortstop has it. Throw, pulls Conti off the bag. It'll be a throwing error on the Seahawks shortstop. Brings up Steve Buckley, junior from Monroe, Connecticut. First baseman has struck out looking and flew out to center field, Ryan Kelly. First pitch he sees from Roth in the top of the 5th inning is a ball. Fouled off. I think that ball went into the Golden Bear dugout and came back out quickly, either hitting a player, coach, or a fence post. So a 1-1 count on Buckley with Ambrosino at first, nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. Locked in the dirt by Desano. 2-1 count. Fouled off. 2-2. John McDermott has slowed down his warm-up deliveries, but now warming up for the Seahawks is Alex Croce, a sophomore from Rumford, Rhode Island. 2-2 pitch. In there for a call. Strike 3. Vin Roth gets Buckley. The second time he's gotten Buckley looking. And it's his 3rd strikeout of the morning, or now afternoon. Brings up the catcher, Matt Anziano, junior from Belchertown, Mass. Roth checks over at Ambrosino. Ambrosino's on first base. Reached on an error. Roth got the next batter strikeout looking for 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. 3-3 score. First pitch into Anziano is a called strike. Next pitch from Roth will be his 90th pitch. And the 90th pitch is in there for a strike as well. 0-2 count on Anziano. 56 of the 90 pitches have been strikes for Roth. He's given up 3 runs, but only 1 of them is earned. Outside for a ball. Salve Regina softball is underway at Topa Field, hosting the University of New England, and Salve Regina women's lacrosse is underway at Gaudet Field. They're also hosting University of New England. Single to right center by Anziano. He takes the 1-2 pitch the other way. And now the Golden Bears have runners at first and second with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Brings up the third baseman, Daniel Morin, a freshman from Salem, New Hampshire. As head coach Eric Sorella visits the mound, meets with the entire infield, catcher Dominic DeSano and pitcher Ben Roth. Seahawk infield to reset that is Haley, Joe Haley at third base, Dan Donahue at shortstop, Hunter Sleeper at second base, and Anthony Conti at first base. The meeting breaks up. Ambrosino returns to second base as a runner for the Golden Bears, and Anziano is at first base. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. 2 runners on for the Golden Bears. Morin batting. He reached on an error with 2 runs scoring in the first and struck out swinging to end the 3rd inning. He faces Roth for the 3rd time. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by DeSano. Both runners advance on the wild pitch. So Morin now has runners in scoring position, 2 runners. Anziano at second, Ambrosino at third, with 1 out. Fly ball will get home a run. Deep fly ball, I should say. He bunted that one foul, but strike 1. That was either a bunt or a very awkward swing. Either way, Morin has a 1-1 count with 1 out and 2 runners on against Vin Roth. No. 2-1 count. Dan Morin in for the 2-1 count. Throw down from DeSano to Haley at third base. And Ambrosino's back with a head first dive into the bag. Three-1 count to Dan Morin. Vin Roth gets set and delivers. Swings through it for a full count. Three-two count on Daniel Morin. Here's the pitch from Vincent Roth. Ball in the dirt. Loads the bases. For the designated hitter, Connor Hayes, sophomore from Bristol, Connecticut. McDermott and Croce both warming up in the Seahawk bullpen. Roth has one out with the bases loaded. And 10, Connor Hayes gets some instructions from his coach at third base. And we're going to have a pitching change, as Eric Sorella makes his second visit to the mound in the top of the fifth inning. And Croce will be called on to replace Vin Roth. With one out here in the top of the fifth inning. 3-3 score. And it's starting to rain. Equipment we have out here is a laptop on a small wooden table. 2 cameras. 3 cameras if you count the iPhone. The iPhone is bringing you the video stream and the audio. We have an additional camera that can get some footage, and a still camera to get some action shots. All of that gear is under an umbrella, which is starting to hear the pitter-patter of raindrops as we're in the top of the fifth inning, and the Golden Bears have the bases loaded. Seahawk pitching change brings on sophomore Alex Croce from Rumford, Rhode Island, right-handed thrower, 5'10", 175. High score, 3-3. Golden Bears scored their 3 runs in the top of the first inning. They had an RBI single from catcher Matt Anziano. And then 2 more runs scored on an error. Seahawks scored 2 runs in the second inning. Two-run double by Joe Haley scored 2 in the third inning for the Seahawks. And then they scored an unearned run on a throwing error by the pitcher in the fourth inning. Middle infield is back at double play depth for the Seahawks. First pitch. To Hayes from First pitch to Hayes from Croce is a double to left field, left center. 3-run score on the play for a 6-3 Western New England lead. So Ambrosino scored, Anziano scored, and Morin scored on the 3-run double off the bat of Connor Hayes. Imbrosino's run is unearned. 3 runs batted in. I'm going to correct myself on the call at home plate. Morin did not score, as the relay in from Ryan Kelly to Dan Donahue got to DeSano in time at the plate to make Morin the second out of the inning. And Taylor Searles ends the inning with a strikeout from the pitcher Alex Croce. So 2 runs in the inning for the Golden Bears. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. The rain is steady, but not heavy. Golden Bears scored 2 runs on a 2-run double from Morin. Correction, Connor Hayes, the designated hitter. Morin was thrown out of the plate. First batter in the bottom of the 5th inning is Anthony Conti. He grounds out to shortstop. So the Golden Bears scored 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left in the top of the 5th. And Conti leads off the bottom of the 5th, grounding out to shortstop. Top of the order, Ryan Kelly fouls off the first pitch he sees from Mike Lasmanuso. Second pitch is also fouled off for an 0-2 count. Third pitch is outside for a ball, 1-2. Another ball, 2-2 count on Ryan Kelly, Seahawks center fielder. He's grounded out to third and has a fly out to left field. Fouls off another pitch from Lasmanuso. Lasmanuso from West Islip, New York, in his 5th year at Western New England. That shot is down the left field line and foul. Taylor Searles retrieves it from just near the batting cages, sends it back to the infield. Still a 2-2 count. on Ryan Kelly with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Western New England leads 5-3. They have 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Salve Regina has 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. In there for a called strike 3 on Ryan Kelly. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brings up Joe Haley. Third baseman Joe Haley grounded out to second base in the 1st inning, and then he doubled home 2 runs, the first 2 runs for the Seahawks in the 3rd inning. He's in an 0-2 hole against Mike Laspanuso. Ball in the dirt, a 1-2 count. Laspanuso's next pitch will be his 60th of the day. And it's outside for a ball, 2-2. Joe Haley is batting .308. That 3rd inning double raised his batting average back over 300. He works the count full against Laspanuso with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Western New England leads 5-3. He goes opposite way, and it lands in there. He's going to get 2 out of it and stay there at second base with his 2nd straight double to left field. Diving attempt by Taylor Searles, unable to get it, and it rolls by him. So with 2 outs, Laspanuso gets a visit from his head coach and our pitching coach. Can't tell from this distance. And Seahawk catcher Dominic Casano will be coming to bat. Rain is still falling. The time is just past 12:30. 12:32 to be exact. Joe Haley leads off second with a 2-out double. Catcher Dominic Casano batting. Seahawk catcher has a .341 batting average. He singled in his last at-bat, struck out looking in the 1st inning. A 1 count. Two strikes into Desano so far. Laspanuso bends at the waist, looks in for the sign. And 3 straight strikes. Desano is down looking to end the 5th inning. For the Seahawks in the 5th, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Western New England will come to bat in the top of the 6th inning. Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Top of the 6th inning. Western New England leads 5-3. Golden Bears scored 3 runs in their first inning, and then 2 runs in their 5th inning. Salve Regina has 2 in their 3rd and 1 in their 4th. Digital clock on the scoreboard just read 1, 2, 3, 4 for the time being 12:34 on Saturday, March 29. Leading off the top of the 6th inning is Chris Casey, the second baseman for the Golden Bears. Fouls off the first pitch. Sees ball 1 on the second pitch. Inside pitch gets the strike call. 2-2 count. Casey is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Leadoff hitter in the top of the 6th inning draws a full count. In play to the shortstop, Dan Donahue. Strong throw to Anthony Conti. Leadoff hitter is retired. Top of the order for the Golden Bears is their center fielder, Scott Hubner. Hubner is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. First pitch outside for a ball from Alex Croce. Croce took over for Vin Roth in the previous inning. Ball 2. Ball high. 3-0 count on Hubner. First batter facing Croce in the 5th inning, Connor Hayes, had a 2-run double, and that's the margin we have now, a 5-3 score for Western New England. And Hubner draws a 1-out walk. For the shortstop, Kevin Marciano. And Marciano will be facing a new pitcher for the Seahawks, John McDermott. John McDermott is a sophomore from Bedford Hills, New York. Ben Ross started for the Seahawks. He went 4 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, only 2 of those were earned. He struck out 5 Golden Bears, and he walked 3. Alex Croce is removed after pitching 1 inning. He allowed 1 hit, 1 walk. That was just the batter Hubner. And he struck out 1 Golden Bear. He's responsible for Hubner on first base as John McDermott comes in to pitch for the Seahawks, the 3rd Seahawks pitcher of the day. Rain is hitting the laptop here as we're trying to keep stats. McDermott finishes his warm-ups has a conversation with Dominic Fasano. Seahawk outfielders Tyler Colby, Ryan Kelly, and Ryan Sweener break up their center field meeting and return to their respective positions. So Marciano will dig in against McDermott. Marciano is 1 for 3 on the day, first inning single. He scored a run as well. First pitch in for McDermott is a strike. Bunted foul and kept foul by third baseman Joe Haley. Sidearmer McDermott keeps the 0-2 pitch low for ball 1. Throws over to first base. Conte applies a tag, but Hubner's back standing. Fouled off. Hubner's running on the pitch. Marciano grounds to Dan Donahue. Gets the force on Marciano at first base. Hubner's in at second with 2 outs. "6-3 on the putout. Brings up the right fielder, Steve Ambrosino. He's from Laurel Hollow, New York. He has a single in 3 trips to the plate. He scored a run in the 5th inning after leading off with reaching on an error. First pitch from McDermott is in there for a strike. Second pitch is low for a ball. Swinging strike. McDermott has a 1-2 count on Ambrosino. With 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning, Western New England leading 5-3. Ambrosino stays alive, following off that pitch. Fouled down the left field line into the Seahawks bullpen. Tom Betros makes a nice backhanded stab of the ball. One and 2 pitch from McDermott. Grounded to the left side. Backhanded by Donahue. Long throw across the diamond. Not in time. Ambrosino reaches on the infield hit. And the Golden Bears have runners at the corners. So with 2 outs, Steve Buckley bats with runners at the corners. He's facing John McDermott for the first time Buckley struck out looking twice and flew out to center field Ryan Kelly. First pitch from McDermott is in there for a strike. And Racino is off and steals second. Throw goes down to third. Hopner's back diving safely. So 1-1 count to Buckley. To the left side, stopped by Joe Haley. Over to Conti, who gets the one bouncer for the final out of the sixth inning. 5-3 on the play. For the Golden Bears, no runs on one hit, no errors, 2 left. Salve Regina will come to bat in the bottom. Welcome back to Newport, Rhode Island. Reynolds Field, home of the Salve Regina University Seahawk baseball team, who now trail 5-3 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Leading off the bottom of the sixth for the Seahawks is their right fielder, Tyler Colby. He's batting .356 on the season. Colby has a single and a run scored in the game. He tied the game in the fourth inning with his run. That made the score 3-3. In the Golden Bear fifth, they scored 2 runs to retake the lead, 5-3. First pitch to Colby is a ball. He fouls off pitch number 2. And Buckley gives chase along the rock wall that's parallel with Shepherd Avenue, but the ball is out of play. One-on-one count for Colby as he faces Mike Laspanuso, a starter for the Golden Bears. Ball 2. Fouled out of play to the right side. Western New England has a new left fielder. As third baseman Morin throws over to Buckley to retire Colby, leading off the third inning. Freshman Kyle Maglio from Glastonbury, Connecticut replaces Taylor Searles in left field. Dan Donahue batting for the Seahawks with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's got a 2-1 count. Los Banusos now thrown 73 pitches. Fouled off to the right side, left side correction, out of play. Left side from the left-handed hitter. Two count on Dan Donahue. That must have been a full count because Donahue draws a 3-2 walk. For the designated hitter, Tim Harris. Harris singled in the 4th inning. Up the middle. Gloved by Marciano at short. Flip to Casey at second. And over to Buckley at first for a inning-ending double play. For the Seahawks in the 6th inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Welcome back to Reynolds Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Top of the 7th inning. John McDermott on the pitch for the Seahawks against the Golden Bear catcher Matt Anziano. First pitch swinging, fouled off. Tom Betros and Zach Zadelis are warming up in the Seahawks bullpen. Ball 1 in to Anziano. 1-1 count. Anziano swings at a pitch in the dirt for strike 2. Western New England leads 5-3, top of the 7th inning. Both teams have had 2 innings of scoring runs. 1st and 5th innings for the Golden Bears, where they scored 3 and 2. And 3rd and 4th innings for the Seahawks, where they scored 2 and 1. Full count now to the Golden Bear catcher. In the air. Left center, Ryan Kelly. Chasing it. Ryan Sweener backing up. Put away by the center fielder. As the Seahawks retired the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 7th inning. Brings up the third baseman, Daniel Morin. Freshman from Salem, New Hampshire. Morin is 0 for 2 with a walk, strikeout. First pitch foul. McDermott has an 0-1 count on him. Second pitch, low for a ball. Swinging strike. Morin has a 1-2 count now. Grounded foul just past Joe Haley at third base. Picked up by reserve catcher Alexander Trammell. Still a 1-2 count. Lifted in the air, foul into the Seahawk bullpen. Rain has been steadily falling for an hour now. Inside pitch from McDermott is put in play by Morin. He grounds it back to McDermott, who throws over to Anthony Conti for an out. 2 outs. And McDermott will try to retire Hayes for the first 1-2-3 inning for the Seahawks. Hayes' 5th inning double is the difference in the ball game. He scored 2 runs. That hit came off reliever Alex Croce. Joey Haley picks up the 1 bouncer, and John McDermott gets the Golden Bears in order in the top of the 7th inning. First time the Seahawks have gotten the Golden Bears 1-2-3, and Salve Regina will come to Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning at Reynolds Field in Game 1 of a doubleheader. Western New England University has a 5-3 lead over Salve Regina University. Mike Laspinuso is on trying to finish a complete game. He faces Ryan Sweener. Leading off the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Sweener is a ball. Second pitch in there for a strike. Sweener has a walk and a fly out to center field in his 2 trips to the plate. He leaves that ball high for ball 2. Swings and fouls that one off at the plate. Grounded fouls to the left side. Still a 2-2 count on Ryan Sweener, who came into the game as a Seahawks leading hitter, .389 batting average. Last win for Salve Regina over Western New England came 4 years ago, March 21, 2010. Lifted into right field, where Ambrosino puts it away for out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Brings up Hunter Sleeper for the Seahawks. Sleeper has a fielder's choice where he scored a run, and he also singled in the 5th inning. In play, middle of the field, second baseman Casey is able to get it as shortstop Marciano tripped up. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Brings up the number 9 hitter in the Seahawk lineup, Anthony Conti. He shows bunt on the first pitch, watches a strike. Conti singled for the first Seahawk hit in the 3rd inning. He scored a run and then grounded out to shortstop in his second at-bat. Conti's batting here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning of a doubleheader. Game 1. He has a 2-1 count. Fouls that off for a 2-2 count. Las Venuso's next pitch will be his 90th. And if he is able to record it out, his 90th pitch will complete a victory, but it's not. So it's a full count on Anthony Conti. Conti, good eye, watches the outside pitch for ball 4. He reaches base for the 2nd time today. And the top of the Seahawk order comes to bat in Ryan Kelly. Kelly is 0 for 3. A grounded to 3rd, a fly out to left, and last at bat was a strikeout looking. He's got Anthony Conti on first base with 2 outs. Grounded to the left side. Gloved by the shortstop. Not going to catch the speedy Kelly. So Ryan Kelly keeps the inning alive with an infield single. Joe Haley now batting for the Seahawks. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch from Espinosa is fouled off. Second pitch is in there for a strike. 2 strikes. With 2 on for Joe Haley. There's a single up the middle. Going to bring home Anthony Conti with the 4th Seahawk run, and Ryan Kelly gets to second base. Joe Haley has 3 RBI in the game now. He took that 0-2 pitch and singled up the middle. And Mike Laspinuso gets a visit from his head coach. Brings up the Seahawk catcher, Dominic DeSano. DeSano has a single and 3 trips to the plate. He's been a Laspinuso strikeout victim twice in the game. That ball's in the air to center field. And put away for the final out of game 1. As Hubner gets under that fly ball. So game 1 is in the books. On the first pitch swinging from DeSano. Flies out to center field. For the Seahawks in the 7th inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We'll be back for a very quick wrap-up after a short break. Welcome back to Newport, Rhode Island and Reynolds Field, a rainy Reynolds Field. Umbrellas are all around, including one above me, protecting us from the wet weather here. It is 1:09 on Saturday, March 29. Salve Regina and Western New England just completed game 1 of a doubleheader. We'll see if game 2 gets played under these conditions. But the Golden Bears of Western New England are 5-4 victors in game 1. For the Golden Bears, they had 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. biggest hit of the game for the Golden Bears was a 2-run double from Connor Hayes, the designated hitter. That came in the 5th inning. It was Connor Hayes' first double of the season. That made it a 5-3 game. The Seahawks got 1 run back in the bottom of the 7th here with Joe Haley, who had 3 hits batting in the number 2 position. Haley went 3 for 4 on the day with 2 doubles and 3 runs batted in. Ben Roth takes the loss for his first of the season. His record is now 3-1. Mike Laspinoso pitches a complete game, 7 innings. He allows 4 runs, 3 earned, and he gets his second win of the season. He improves to 2-1. Golden Bears are now 5-7 overall and 1-0 in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. The Seahawks fall to 8-6 overall and 2-1 in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast, and stay tuned to this channel for Game 2 coming up. We're going to end this broadcast. Appreciate you listening in, and hopefully the video quality was pretty decent and the audio quality as well. We have a final here in Game 1. Western New England wins 5-4 in 7 innings, and have a good day.